Hi, welcome back to the workshop, and today we are looking at the updated Grahamn Farish Standard Class 5 in N-Gauge. Mike, now who doesn't love the Standard Class BR5MT, but look at this model. It is exquisite.
It really is. I mean, the original version of this was fantastic as well, and they've now made some upgrades to it in terms of decoder provision and having a factory-fitted speaker in there as well, which means it now matches the latest generation models from the Grahamn Farish range.
I have to say, just filming the video here today, the sound echoes through the treehouse here. So I mean, that speaker's got a lot of power to it.
It certainly has, and it's obviously been well set up in terms of being put into the tender as well. It's also got a quality sound file as well, so it's on a Zimmo sound decoder in there. And like I say, all that equipment now is packed into the tender. So you've got your speaker and your decoder are all packed into the tender. Motor's still in the locomotive as it was with the previous backs that were produced. The first ones of these actually in terms of this overall tooling were released in 2012.
So as we said, this is the updated 5MT. So what are the major differences that they've added to the tooling?
So it's focused on the sound provision for it. So the previous generation ones, the previous batches I should say, which were released from 2012 forwards, they all had a 6-pin decoder socket in the tender, but they had no provision for a speaker to go there. Whereas this now, it's got new tooling inside the tender, which means it's got space for the speaker in there, which is factory fitted, and it's got the next 18 decoder socket in there, which makes it so much easier to put a decoder in as well.
And look, I mean, it runs just perfectly around the layout. We've had it running literally for half an hour, just flawlessly pulling this wonderful rake of mineral wagons behind it. It sounds amazing. It just runs perfectly. They've got a wonderful model here.
They certainly have, and there's loads of functionality in the sound profile as well. So again, just because it's N-Gauge doesn't mean they've skimped on the actual sound capabilities. You've just got just as much sound capability in this as an N-Gauge model as you have with the double O-Gauge models. So I think there's over 20 sound functions in it. And you've got features like, for example, it's got active brakes on function 2, so you can actually dab number 2 on your handset to actually slow the loco down. You've got different sound sets as well, so you can have heavy and light exhaust, which you can switch between by turning function 5 on and off. And then you've got all the whistles, you've got the ancillary sounds, you've got the coal shoveling sounds, injector sounds, guard's whistle, everything you want to create massive play value from one of these.
Absolutely. Well, look, I'll tell you what, let's have a listen to it and you can make up your own mind. Well, as I said before, the sound just echoes through the treehouse. It is a wonderful sound profile, and like any model, it just brings it further to life, doesn't it?
It really does. And like I say, it is that play value, I think. I think it's really nice when you get a loco out of the box and you can just, with a basic layout like this, which is basically just, it's a circular track. There's not really anything amazing about track layout here on this layout, but you could just run this for an hour or so and be quite happy just tinkering around with this under 5, using different sound functions, coming to a stop at signals, drawing away, blowing the whistles as you come under the bridge, just immersing yourself in the kind of the driving of a model railway.
And that's what model railways and hobbies are all about, isn't it? It's that immersing and just forgetting the real world.
Exactly.
As such.
That's right.
So with this standard 5, what are the options available as far, obviously we've got the black one here with the early crest, but what else are they bringing out?
So they're bringing out a couple of different versions in BR Black, and they're all available both DCC ready and DCC sound fitted. The DCC ready versions, if you didn't want to have sound, you want to stick with analog control, that'd be £179.95 for one of those. Whereas these sound fitted ones, which operate on DCC control, but also you can get basic sound functions out of them as well with analog if you wish. But they're priced at £279.95.
And as far as availability is concerned, when can people get them?
Well, they're in stock now with Bachmann and Grahamn Farish retailers, so you can have one to your collection today if you wish.
Well, there you go. If you are an Engage modeler and you love your Steam and, of course, DCC sound, then the Grahamn Farish Standard 5 could very well be a perfect locomotive for your layout. You can read the full review in HM197, or you can also read it on keymodelworld.com. If you're a subscriber, you'll get access to all of our back issues. But in the meantime, thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.